English, with its rich history and global significance, has become the lingua franca of our interconnected world. As more people recognize the importance of English proficiency, the process of acquiring this language has become a fascinating journey, filled with challenges and rewards. In this video, I will delve into the intricacies of English language acquisition, exploring its historical context and modern-day relevance. In the last part of the video, I will provide some insightful studies about English language acquisition from 9 different journals which I have read before. Those journals should bring us to the deeper understanding how this international language is acquired. Surely, they are came from different fields, different perspectives, and different background of the context. And this 12-minute video, they will spread off all this apart with different contexts. So keep your eyes up and let's dive in. Now, let's start from the historical context. The roots of the English language can be traced back to the Germanic tribes that inhabited what is now modern-day England. Over the centuries, English evolved through the influence of invading forces, such as the Vikings and the Normans. The spread of the British Empire in 16th and 17th centuries further cemented the prominence of English as it reached distant lands, leaving a linguistic imprint that remains to this day. The rise of the United States as a global power in the 20th century further solidified the dominance of English, establishing it as a language in science, business, and diplomacy. Then let's move to global relevance. English global reach extends far beyond the borders of the United Kingdom and the United States. Today, it is estimated that over 1.5 billion people worldwide speak English to some degree. It serves as a common language for international communication in the first field, including business, tourism, and entertainment. Proficiency in English opens up a world of opportunities, enabling individuals to connect with people from different cultures, access a vast world of knowledge, and expand their horizon both personally and professionally. Although having more than a billion speakers, some of geographical areas have been faced some serious problems to learn this language. Just for the example, where Arabic students have a difficulties to encounter the use of English article in their daily communication. This issue was completely discussed in the research with the title Mother Tongue, Interference in Acquisition of English Article by our Arabic student, written by Rana Abid from Tikrit University. And then the challenges and rewards. Acquiring a new language is a journey we filled with challenges, and English is no exception. Learners often face difficulties with pronunciation, grammar rules, and the vast array of vocabulary. However, the reward of mastering English is equally significant. It empowers individuals to express themselves fluently, enhance their cognitive abilities, and broadens their perspective. Proficiency in English can also lead to better job prospects, higher earning potential, and increased mobility in today's globalized society. Taking an example from Lu'ul Malkfirah and Rahmatinu Indah in their research entitled English Language Acquisition at Islamic Boarding School, a systematic review, which stated that English can be acquired by the student inside within systematic process in certain occasions. The process flows rapidly every day through the learning with disciplined process. The study used the preferred reporting items for systematic review and meta-analysis, PRISMA, to conduct this systematic literature review. There are several external and internal factors in mastering foreign language, especially English, in Islamic boarding schools, starting from the process, environment, participants, target of the language, Islamic values, and culture in Islamic boarding school, and an evaluation of English language acquisition. Another simple sample was taken from the article entitled A Cross-Sectional Study to the Acquisition of English Word Tires by Indonesian Senior High School Student by US Rina Mulyani and friends. The data were taken from 105 senior high school students who took part voluntarily as the subject of the research. Then, the data were quantified and found frequency and percentage. Furthermore, they were analyzed descriptively The result of the analysis revealed that the students of the 10th grade tended to acquire the Tier 1 words, followed by Tier 2 and Tier 3. In contrast, the order of word tiers questioned by students on the 11th and 12th grade were Tier 1, Tier 3, and Tier 2 respectively. Then let's move to the children language acquisition. Language acquisition is a remarkable cognitive process observed in children worldwide. From infancy, children exhibit an innate capacity to acquire language effortlessly and regularly. They instinctively absorb the sound, word, and grammatical structure of their native tongue through exposure to their linguistic environment. Early on, children rely on phonetic discrimination to distinguish and replicate speech patterns, gradually progressing to comprehend and produce words, phrases, and eventually complex sentences. This developmental journey is facilitated by the human brain's plasticity, which enable the formation and strengthening of neural connection, crucial language processing. The interplay between the genetic predisposition, social interaction, and environmental factors shape the trajectory of language acquisition, highlighting the outstanding ability of children to become proficient communicators in their mother tongue. Furthermore, something interesting that we must know is the influence of the surrounding to that language acquisition. Even the influence can be surely came from the unexpected thing, such as song or animation film. A journal entitled The Acquisition of English Vocabulary by Kindergarten Student through Children's Song that was written by Ida Ayumadayuni Ande and her partner has proved this. The research findings indicate that listening to the song can be the major method to bring the children in their language acquisition. The post-test results show that 6 out of 10 students answered all the questions correctly, demonstrating their mastery of the vocabulary. The students who answered all the questions correctly were Miko, Abi, Dastantama, and others. However, 4 other students made mistakes in answering questions related to the action songs, and that's because something that they don't know what is happening. Another research entitled Children's Language Acquisition due to the influence of animation film that was written by Tri Indahrazaki showed different influence. The findings of the research indicate that the Omar Hana film has a significant influence of the language acquisition of 3-year-old and 5-year-old children. The more children watched and heard the vocabularies in the film, the more they imitated those words in their daily utterance. The study identified 30 words that were frequently used by the children to imitate Omar Hana's utterance in their daily conversation. Overall, the research concluded that animation film, like Omar Hana, can be influenced children's language acquisition during the linguistic period. All of the results indicate that the language acquisition can be helped perfectly by the things around the children. That will be good enough if the parent can accompany the children's development all the day. Another specific finding came from a journal entitled Children's English Consonant Acquisition in the United States, a review. The research was written by Catherine Crow and Sharon McLeod. In this research, 15 studies, 6 articles, and 9 assessments were included, reporting consonant acquisition of 18,907 children acquiring English language in the United States. These constructional studies primarily use single-word elicitation. Now, let's pick the topic moving to the general one. Language acquisition in student within an English as second language or ESL context presents its own unique challenges and processes. Students learning English as an additional language often encounter linguistic and cultural barriers as they navigate their new linguistic environment. The acquisition of English requires students to develop skills in listening, speaking, reading, writing, while also grappling with grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Classroom instruction, immersive language experiences, and exposure to authentic materials play crucial roles in facilitating language acquisition for ESL students. Additionally, cultural sensitivity, inclusive teaching strategies, and individual support help create a supportive learning environment that fosters linguistic growth and boosts students' confidence. in communicating effectively in their acquired language. And the first journal discussed about the topic is entitled Second Language Acquisition in Teaching English as a Second Language, that was written by Shopi Azhar. There are three major findings in the research. They are: first, individual difference. The study by Fulmore 1992 found that there is no single characteristic of good learners. Good learners can be outgoing, verbal, analytical, and curious, but they can also be quiet, studious, and attentive. On the other hand, poor learners may lack social skills, struggle with guessing, and show disengagement linguistically and academically. Second, situational characteristic. The study also found that there is no simple relationship between situational characteristic and the speed of learning. Chinese children in the study, who often seek guidance of support from adults, seem to learn faster in highly structured English immersion of bilingual programs. Third, linguistic and psychological factor. The research mentioned the need for continued research to discover the linguistic or psychological factors that all L2 learners share in common. So guys, here's the end of this session of my video today. Your understanding about many points which I've presented before is the expected thing that I want. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to send me a question in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. See you soon in another video. I am Syarif Saifa Abiedillah, and thank you.